When you walk into the theater and you're one of 4 guys in a sold-out show, you know you're in some shit. Alright guys, this movie stars Dakota Johnson as Anastasia Steele, Jamie Dornan as Christian Grey, and the highly anticipated Twilight fanfiction novel to movie adaptation, 50 Shades of Grey. So as you probably guessed, no, I didn't read the novels, but pretty much every teen girl, all the way up to menopause-affected women all over the world, read these books, and I have to say, I am not upset that these things exist, the books that is, the movies, we'll talk about that in just a second, but the books, because my wife was reading them, I was getting laid like every day, sometimes twice a day, so I mean, thank you, author. Fuck you, screenwriter, because this movie sucks balls. And not even literally. There is no ball sucking in this film. It just sucks. Balls. Alright, before we get too deep into this, let's talk about the plot. Sex. That's it. I mean, that's the plot. I mean, if you want to count Anastasia trying to get Christian to love her, although he's incapable of loving because of his past, and he puts these girls in these contracts of sex slaves, and it's just, it's bad. It's so fucking bad. Basically, Christian Grey is this billionaire with this $1 million room filled with all of these kinky sex toys because he's into that BDSM stuff, which I mean is cool. I mean, it can be sexy, but not in this film. I mean, okay, listen, let's put this into perspective. I'm going to show a picture of this room. I want you to take a look at this picture right now. See all of these sex toys? You probably can't even see all of it, but there's like shit on the ceilings too. There's swings, there's all kinds of stuff. You know what we get in this film? There's about, I think, 20, 22 minutes of sex actually in this film. That's a lot of sex scenes. You know what we get? We get a fucking whip, okay, and a feather. That's what we get. A whip and a feather. I wanted to see her get like choked. That sounded fucking bad. I mean, I'm not into choking, like, don't judge me, but it would have been nice to see some kinky shit. We get a feather and a whip. You've got all these toys. Like, gag somebody. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they do. Tie them up in leather and, like, I don't know, sit on their face. Do something. Fuck. Now, before I shit on this movie too much, let's talk about the good things in this film. And yes, there are a couple. I'm not going to sit here and be biased for the sake of being biased. Dakota Johnson's performance is fantastic. I mean, it's really that good. And without her, I would have left this film halfway through it. I mean, like, sorry, Kayla, you're on your own. I'm going home now. It's just going to be me and Pamela Henderson tonight. And that's all she wrote. But no, she made this worth watching. Well, no. Okay, I take that back. It's still not worth watching, but she made it bearable. That's better. Bearable. I seriously have to give some props to her. She lays it all out there. She's naked 80% of the time on set. She reads this shitty dialogue and makes most of it work. She has this crappy co-star, Jamie Dornan guy, who is just dull. There's no chemistry, but she carries this whole film. If there is going to be some success to this film outside of the fact that it's just named 50 Shades, it's all on her. And that takes me into the other positive thing about this film, the cinematography. It's very beautifully filmed. I mean, it looks great. Even the opening scene, it's very gray. I get it, 50 Shades of Grey. The reds in it are very vibrant. It's like in your face. It has a Valentine's Day feel to it. I know it's being released like on Valentine's Day, but it really does. It really sets the mood. But the problem is the mood is set, but there ain't nothing going on in the bedroom, you know? It's like getting a Christmas gift from your grandmother and it's perfectly wrapped. You're like, wow, this is going to be great. It's got a bow on it. There's no creases or anything. It's like, holy shit, I wish I could wrap this good. And you open it up, fucking socks. So yeah, I mean, I could sit here for the next 10 to 15 minutes and tell you guys how shit this movie is, but I'm not going to waste your time or mine. At this point, you understand what you're getting yourself into if you go. If your wife or girlfriend wants to go, tell them to go with their other girlfriends. Make it a girls' night out. My wife didn't even really enjoy this movie. You know why? Because there's no plot. The dialogue's bad. The sex scenes are pretty terrible. There's nothing really kinky that happens. This movie, in my opinion, is going to be a big hit for the moms out there, the older women that want to feel young again. They're going to soak this shit right up. Soak it up. Oh. So yeah, I think that this is going to be a pretty big hit for the older demographic. The younger ones, I think, are just going to find this really boring. And that's the other crappy thing about going to see this in theater. It's all older women, and they don't know theater etiquette. They go out, it's their first time in the theater in like 2 years. They're with all their girlfriends. They're laughing. They're talking in the middle of the movie. They're kicking the back of your chair. It's like, oh, fuck off somewhere, man. Like, if you're going to go to the theater, just shut up and watch the movie. Like, if you want to go, ooh, that's fine. But if you're going to be just talking throughout the whole thing and talking about the book while you're in the movie, then just piss off somewhere. You know what? That's enough. I'm going to rate this movie. This movie shit the bed. So what did you guys think about 50 Shades of Grey? Did you hate it or did you just not like it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. This was my second time in the theater in about 6 weeks. I haven't been to the movies a whole lot because there really isn't much out there, but now I'm getting back into it. It's the movie season. I'm pumped. I'm going to see Kingsman tonight, so look out for that review as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, and of course, stay Bouse.